How can our listeners get in touch with you?
Thanks, Dan. They can visit healthinsurancementors.com or call me directly at 630-674-1551.
Hi, Rhett Rasmussen of BestHotGrill.com. Step up your grilling game with our Solaire portable infrared grills. Our compact everywhere is a favorite of RVers and trailer pullers. Solaire infrared provides the quick sear for bar marks and texture needed to properly finish sous vide. Use a portable alongside your larger conventional grill to create an instant sear zone and more juicy and flavorful food. Learn more at BestHotGrill.com. Affordable, powerful, portable infrared grills at BestHotGrill.com.
From director George Clooney.
What's that about making some money?
Yeah, the rowing team. You get a part-time job and a cheap place to live.
This holiday season.
Come on, boys!
That bunch of kids rode like no one else that's ever come through here.
Based on the inspiring true story.
We have it both. Strong enough to qualify for an Olympic spot.
Well, lay down, coach.
Of the underdogs who made history.
The Americans have the 1936 Olympics.
Row for your country. Row for each other.
The Boys in the Boat. Now playing only in theaters. Rated PG-13. Some material may be inappropriate for children under 13.
Feel like you're trying to push a boulder uphill wearing skates? If you run or manage a local business today, you're challenged like never before. We get it, and we want to help. We're Salem Surround. We're a full-service marketing agency that'll help you increase your customer base by designing incredibly effective plans to reach your consumers day, night, and everywhere they might be.
If you're a local business and want to see what Salem Surround can do for you, visit surroundchicago.com. Remember to visit surroundchicago.com today.
Calling all Patriots. Are you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Journey with me on the Patriots Alaska Cruise in June 2024. We'll dive deep into geopolitical trends and unpack the influences shaping the world today. It's an incredible opportunity to engage with me and other Patriots on an epic 7-day journey. Witness the untouched wilderness of Alaska while discussing America's future. Join us from June 29th to July 6, 2024. Book online, patriotsalaskacruise.com.
Amy Jacobson and Dan Proft here, and we want to tell you about our 2023 Food for the Poor campaign.
As many of you already know, Food for the Poor is a nonprofit, faith-based organization that provides food, water, medicine, clothing, and life-saving supplies directly to local partners in Latin America and the Caribbean.
Right now, millions of families and children are experiencing the devastating effects of economic decline and rising food prices.
For many, the cost of food has simply become prohibitive, leading to sickness and starvation.
The only thing between these families and starvation is Food for the Poor and their partners who are providing life-saving food relief on the ground. But in order to get the food to those who need it, Food for the Poor needs your help. Thanks to a generous match, your one-time gift of just $80 can provide life-saving food for 2 children for an entire year.
To make that gift, just call 844-862-4673.
Visit 560theanswer.com/foodforthepoor or just click on the Give Life banner, and thank you so much for your generosity.
AM 560, The Answer.
AM 560, Chicago's Morning Answer. It's Ray, in for Dan and Amy. Joe Chara is a guy who I spoke to him on another radio show I did last week, and I thought I've got to have him on in Chicago because he is a Chicagoland guy. Stop by the Go Brewing Tap Room in Naperville. It's at 1665 Quincy to purchase Go Brewery non-alcoholic beer. Joe, welcome to WIND, sir.
Hey, Ray. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I got to tell you that before, I was telling Quinn, one of the producers here at the radio station, who we're going to have on as we get ready to do our show. He's like, I drink that beer. He gives you his seal of approval, says that it's wonderful. He is a 9-year guy that's on the program, and he is very thankful for your product. And I like it when you get a nice testimonial there without even asking for it.
Oh, that's amazing! I'll have to send him some more product. Thank you for bringing that up.
Right on. He's shaking his fist in the next room, going, "Yeah." So, hey, let's talk about Dry January. I've mentioned it yesterday, and I mentioned it today. It's something worth talking about. Tell me what Dry January means to you, and how you came up with the idea for a non-alcoholic beer that actually tastes like beer.
Yeah, thank you for having me on first and foremost. Dry January is a fantastic time of year because it brings our attention to the personal relationship we all have with alcohol. And it was a challenge very similar to Dry January that turned my life around. I tasted what it felt like to be clear and healthy during the challenge. I looked in the mirror 3 weeks into not drinking. I noticed my face started to look thinner. My skin was better. I had this renewed sense of energy. And ultimately, it inspired me to launch Go Brewing.
And tell me about the tap room. So I'm in Naperville. I mean, everybody likes to go there and have a good time. There's a lot of things to do. I imagine this is just like any other brewery or any other tap room. It's just that you have your beer there.
Yeah, I was going to say it is and it isn't. So on one end, you'd walk in there and it would look like any other brewery.
Okay.
But what's really unique is we have 13 non-alcoholic beers on tap. And they're all the beers that we make in-house. That's the only thing that we do since day one is make non-alcoholic beer. And we also have non-alcoholic wine. But for those that are drinking, that are shaking their head right now saying, why would anyone do that? We do have guest beers on draft. So we have some of the best guest beers. So we try to have a very inclusive menu. And we are one of the only breweries in the country that has this kind of selection, and we're right, we're 30 minutes outside of Chicago.
You can purchase this Go Brewery, GoBrewing.com. You can get it on Amazon, but hey, why not stop by Naperville, 1665 Quincy Avenue? Joe, we've got a couple minutes left. Tell me, what is the key to success when you want to look at maybe just completing Dry January, and then maybe after that? Give me 2 keys to success to make sure I can get through.
Yeah, I think one is you just have to realize it's going to be hard. If you have not abstained from alcohol for a period of time, this is going to be different. So you've got to get in that frame of mind. So that's one. Your mind's going to play games with you as well. And then think about micro goals. Think about tomorrow. One of our slogans is remember tomorrow. So when if you're feeling that craving, which we all are going to have, especially at 5 o'clock or on Friday night, just think about tomorrow. How are you going to feel tomorrow when you either quit the challenge or you drank a little too much that respective night? So I would definitely do that, and then try to replace not drinking with a positive habit. That's always good. Don't take too much on, and of course grab non-alcoholic beer because that's going to curb your craving like nothing else.
Well, and I think a lot of people, when we fell into the pandemic, people were doing virtual cocktail hours, and next thing you knew, everybody was gathering around Tito's, and I'm probably no exception to that rule. So Dry January is something I'm probably going to do this with Gina, and it's not like we drink a lot, so it's not going to be. It won't be hard for us. It's just cool to say, all right, well, here's a little challenge, and I know, for most people, setting goals is a hard deal, especially New Year's resolutions. It's hard. And if you do have a drinking problem, seek out some help. Get on the program. I told you this last time we visited Joe. My dad, I think, was 42 years a recovering alcoholic. Very proud of him for being able to do that. And you can do it. You can. You just need people to back you up, and then you need people that are innovators like you, Joe, because you give people that don't want to drink a chance to be able to go out and socialize like they normally would with non-alcoholic brews. It's such a cool idea.
Yeah, listen, if I could do it, anyone listening to this can. I was a naysayer. I was like, what's the point of NA beer? Until I had one, and it curbed my craving immediately because it's one of those NA beverages that tastes so much like the real thing, your brain doesn't know the difference. And I'm telling you, 3-4 weeks in, weight's going to start to melt off. You have anxiety like I did, that'll start to go away, and you'll be more mentally clear. And what I compare this to is the thinking about you all of a sudden will acquire what feels like superpowers. Mm-hmm. I know that sounds crazy, but many of us don't know what it feels like not to be under the cloud of alcohol. And I'm telling you, this is just a great reset to start the year, so give it a try.
Well, like you said, if you can do it, anybody can. And I think one, it's a cool idea. And I know for you to have this in Naperville is probably a really cool deal because it is a great town of restaurants and bars, and go have some fun. Again, the location, 1665 Quincy Avenue. It's GoBrewing.com. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it there at their website, or you can get it at Benny's. I want to wish you a Happy New Year, Joe. I know you'll have no problem in Dry January. I'm going to check in with you and let you know how it went for me.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ray.
Hey, be well, brother. I appreciate you, and I know that Quinn appreciates you as well. Thanks a lot. All right, that's going to probably wrap it up for me here at WIND. Want to thank Justin and Quinn for helping out. Also want to thank Ken Jerish is, I believe, how he pronounced it. Jerish, am I right? The Jerish Bakery dropped off a lot of very nice stuff to us. Guys, save one thing for me. Just one thing is I'm going to have a dry January from candy, but that's and sweets, but that'll happen in January. We're not quite there yet. Dan and Amy are going to return on Tuesday. Until then, take care of yourself.